Ever since the very first day those paddles appeared and video games were invented, people have always flocked to the machines. And everyone has their favorite games, whether it's a first-person shooter, real-time strategy, role-playing game, or something else that suits your fancy. But with everybody at home during 2020, people are turning to video games more and more. According to a Nielsen study, gamers are playing more due to the pandemic. Since March 2020, 46% of gamers have been playing more. But that's just the United States. What about the entire world? France was close behind with 41% of gamers playing more, the UK following with 28%, and Germany with 23%. The whole world is playing more games, and watching them too. According to a Streamlabs report, Twitch watch time skyrocketed. They broke records with over 5 billion total hours watched in the second quarter of 2020 alone, making up 67% of the market share for all live streaming platforms, while YouTube Gaming Live brought in 1.5 billion total hours watched and made up 20% of the market. Now, we just threw a lot of numbers at you, but the main takeaway is in the last year, people are playing and watching games more than ever. So let's take a look at what games were the most played across the world and which ones found their, well, game over. The world is a pretty big place, so let's get started. China is the largest gaming country in the entire world, with it expected to generate $40.85 billion in revenue on video games alone in 2020, which makes sense since they have a population of nearly 1.4 billion people. China has their own streaming service too, called Douyu, and according to market research firm Nico Partners, in March 2020, the most popular games based on streaming hours per month were League of Legends with over 900,000 streaming hours a month, then PUBG with over 500,000 hours, and then Honor of Kings, a popular mobile game with over 469,000 hours streamed. However, based on data compiled by Newzoo, which studies market insights and analytics for the gaming industry, the most popular game played was still League of Legends with 40.4% of total players. But Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege was actually in the first place for the majority of 2020, until League of Legends came ahead in the last few months. With the 2020 League of Legends World Championship taking place in Shanghai in September and October, this tracks. In fact, most of the world was gearing up for the League of Legends World Championship, and gamer stats reflect that. Also taking the lead with League of Legends as the most popular PC game, Germany and France. For Germany, League of Legends had 30% of player share, while France had a whopping 45%. Both countries saw World of Warcraft in second and Minecraft in third. And Among Us had a tragic fall from grace for the two European countries, going from second place to fourth to make room for World of Warcraft in November. In fact, looking at most European countries, almost all of them saw League of Legends in the top spot. Belgium, Spain, Italy, Hungary, Croatia, Greece, Argentina, and I think you get the point. League of Legends was popular. While there wasn't a large amount of data on streaming in Europe, Italy's Twitch numbers showed that in 2020, Fortnite was actually the most streamed game with 23% of viewers. Then, you guessed it, League of Legends with 9%. However, when we jump over to the United Kingdom, Minecraft steals the show as the most popular PC game for the last few months of 2020, with 31% of the player share. Following behind it was World of Warcraft and League of Legends. While Minecraft might be the most played game in the UK, and there's not enough data to show which was the most streamed, according to data from Google Trends, when it comes to the most frequently Googled game in 2020, Call of Duty Warzone and Assassin's Creed Valhalla took the lead. But across the pond, in Canada, League of Legends takes the lead again. Say that 3 times fast. The Battle Arena game took 35% of the player share, with Minecraft coming in close second with 30% and World of Warcraft right behind it with 25%. The most frequently Googled games from the past year for Canadians almost mirrors the UK, with Call of Duty Warzone in the lead, but instead of Assassin's Creed Valhalla taking second, it drops to third to make way for Genshin Impact. Let's head back to the Eastern Hemisphere. Taking a look at data compiled by Statista of the most popular games based on streaming in Russia, we see Dota 2 take the lead, with over 150,000 hours from just October 2020 alone. and Counter-Strike Global Offensive coming in second with 106 hours for the month, then League of Legends trailing far behind with a little over 50,000 hours. Which is interesting, because while Dota 2 was the most streamed game, when it came to the PC games, World of Warcraft came in first with 28% of players exploring the new expansion, followed by League of Legends with 25%. In Australia, Minecraft takes the lead as the most played PC game, and with League of Legends and World of Warcraft trailing closely behind. But in Japan, it wasn't actually League of Legends, Minecraft, or World of Warcraft that took the lead. It was, drumroll please, Apex Legends with 46.5% playing the game, then League of Legends and another appearance from Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. For Japan though, World of Warcraft barely made a dent and sat between 12th place and 8th place even after the expansion release. Heading over to South America in Brazil, League of Legends also took the top game, with a huge number of 46% of player share. And second place a long ways away, Minecraft with 24. But the third place for this country had a new contender, esport favorite Valorant with 17%. But this isn't the last time Valorant makes an appearance. While there wasn't exact research for countries in the Middle East and Northern Africa, when looking at data from the entire region, no surprise here, League of Legends took the top spot, and then the first-person shooter Valorant was actually in second. And scooting down to South Africa, according to data compiled from Statista, FIFA took the lead with the most played PC games at 57%, with Need for Speed next and Grand Theft Auto right behind that. And last but not least, when we zoom over to the United States, League of Legends drops to third, making way for Minecraft in first place with 33.3% of player share, and World of Warcraft close behind with 27.9%. But World of Warcraft was actually far behind that before the latest expansion came out. In August, it had actually been in 17th place before its leap to the top in October. And while Minecraft was the most played PC game in America, the most frequently Googled game was actually Call of Duty Warzone and Genshin Impact. But not to worry for all you Animal Crossing New Horizon fans. That made an appearance in third for the year as well. Overall, there wasn't too much of a difference in favorite games across the world, connecting us globally, at least by the games we like to play. As we head into 2021 and say goodbye to fan favorites of 2020, we're interested to see which games might take the lead for the next year. Any guesses?
Oh, thought the video was over. Subscribe? Oh, yeah, subscribe. That'd be great. Wow, you're really watching for a long time, huh? Nice.